Hey y'all, Snake coming at you tonight on a Thursday, August 19th, just after midnight. So just making a quick video here, some couple of blade style experimentations I'm doing right now. These are base smoke blades from FET263's template, which I've completely modify the colors on the base blade, but also modified a lot of the lockups, clashes, and special effects. So just gonna sort of get these out here on video and see what people think. These are definitely not finished. These are, somewhere in the first pass, second pass. Likely going to be at least another 2 or 3 rounds of edits on these before I get them to a point where I like them. But for now, I think they're at a point now where I think folks might enjoy seeing a demo of them. So these are Nate's Obnoxious Smoke Blades, take 1. So the sound fonts I'm using, there's just 2 of them. So the sound fonts I'm using, the first one is from the Balance from Ksith, and then the second one I'm using is Darkness from Kyberphonic. And the first blade, base blade, is going to be a blue/light blue. I'm using custom blues I think I've made. And then the second smoke blade style is using a sky blue with some custom colors to sort of in the amethyst, light violet, silver color range. So this is my base blade, and so this is using about 5 different versions of blue, from a standard blue to a light blue, a dark blue, and then a blue violet, and an indigo. And then on the lighter range, I'm also using an amethyst on a swing. And I'm using white and red on the blasts. Here's the stab. So lock up. Here's the force effect.
Why is the force connecting us?
So on the force effect that goes directly, it's I based it off of FET's Force Aura static effect, and then basically I'm turning it into a static amethyst colored blade on the force effect.
I know the rest of your story.
And then here's the lightning block. And I wanted a nice bright lightning block, but I didn't want to use just plain white. So I wanted some color schemes that matched well against sort of the range of blues that I'm using. So the lightning block, I'm using a combination. The strobe color I'm using, I think, is a Navajo white, which is sort of a white yellow. And then the base colors on the lightning block, I'm using a lemon chiffon, which is sort of a paler yellow white, and then I'm using a silver, I think, like a silver or a light violet. I'm using it's a 100, 100, 150 on the RGB, and then the lemon chiffon as the two inner colors on the lightning block, and then the Navajo white on the outside for the strobe color. I'll show you that again. And then here's the melt. I extended the melt blade a little bit. Here's a tip drag. And I'm using a sparkle layer on the tip drag. And it's hard to tell on the camera, but it's basically, I want to get to do like a sparkling effect rather than just a solid tip color. So there we go. I may actually do this a darker color so that the sparkling comes out a little bit, like maybe like an orange red or something like that. And so on the Clash, I'm using a couple of different things. The Clash is probably the most modified of any of the effects on the Saber. I'm using sort of a combination of different effects for it to get that really feisty, sparkling color effect. And I'm using the entire range of the blade, so it's not just mid blade, low blade, or high blade. It will scroll from, I'll show you again. It scrolls all the way down to the bottom. It goes from end to end. And then it's got it's also got a white unstable power up and then a white unstable power down. So I'll show you the power up again. Then overload pre-on. That's the power up. And this is the power down. Okay. And then the second one, I haven't modified it as much as the first one. But the second one does have a stab summon effect, which I've altered to a light blue. I've sped it up just a little bit. And the stab summon goes from a light blue lightning summon, and the effect is a bright color swing. So I've also altered the swing color. So this base blade is a little bit lighter than the first one. It's using deep sky blue, and then it's using some custom light blue colors that I did. And it's only using one element of a dark blue of a 00128. But most of the blues I'm using on this one are like 110, 110, 200, and then some other custom RGB colors I got for sort of lighter blues. Blaster blocks are the same on this one, sort of a white-red compound color. Although I think on this one I switched the red on the blaster block to a tomato, which is sort of it's like a lighter, duller red color. It's got a little bit of orange. It's got a little bit of, a little bit of green and a little bit of blue in it too. Here's the lockup. The lockups on here I'm using a silver. And then here's the lightning block. So on this one I'm also using a fire swing. And on the fire swing, I've basically set it to like I'm also implementing like the amethyst color scheme on the fire swing instead of just the blade color. It's not on yet. So do the force effect. Now we get the fire swing. And here's the melt. And then here's the stab summon. Wait, there we go. And then that turns the blade basically to a single colored light blue. And a stick jab. And then that also uses unstable white power up, power down effects. I really like that white unstable power up, power down. I use them on a lot of my blade styles. They don't really show up as much during the day when you're just sort of like turning on your saber, swinging them around, playing with them. I mostly do that white power up, power down effects. I'd say I use them like on 90% of my blade styles. I mostly use them for the effect they have at night on camera when I like to demo a lot of stuff. But those are certainly usually, if I run into an issue like where I'm taking up a lot of memory on my Proffie config and I need to fit like a few more sound fonts, that effect is usually the first one I might take off if I need to fit like a few more blade styles on my config. But in any event, so those are my two sort of experimental blue blades I'm sort of playing around with right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll leave the style codes in the video description if y'all want to take them and play around with them some more on your own. Feel free, and please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. All right, y'all, take care. Thanks for watching.